It's really weird. I don't think there was any sound at the beginning. I don't think. So just in case there wasn't, because I I had it turned off. I forgot. I turned off my microphone because you know, I noticed that if I leave my microphone on, things that I talk about or we're talking about in the house or whatever, I start seeing those things when I search. Like they've been listening to me and like trying to send me things that are on my mind, and that is infuriating to me. So I turn off my microphone on things when I'm not using them. I don't like that shadow again, as always. I don't know how. Though probably the only way I can change the shadow thing is, I don't know. I gotta change my whole desk setup, which like I can't be doing that right now. But let's see. Is this the best? Which one is the best picture? I think it's probably that one. This one. Okay. So let's swatch. I could probably get closer, but I don't want this thing to be so close that I'm knocking it over. I really do need to do some adjusting of things on my desk, but I've had too many other things I've had to do. I haven't been able to do that. But today, I'm taking a break from doing everything. And it's a do nothing day. Okay, so where are we? Let's swatch. And let's see, should I? That's kind of a problem. Looking at how I have my pencils in the case, I think I'm just going to take them all out, even though I don't have a jar to put them in. And let's see, we'll do this. We'll do it like this so then I'll know what I've done and what I haven't done. Now, some of these I have doubles because I know it's a favorite color for me. Um, the first time I bought some open stock, that's what I did. The ones that I knew that I liked that were like a color that I didn't want to ever be without. So Wild Lavender, that was one of those colors, which is why I mentioned that. I hope my sound is okay. I don't know. I figured out something yesterday. Why the sound on my Hedgies game doesn't wasn't on. I figured it out yesterday. Where is it? Is it in here? Please say it's in here. Do I have to make extra squares or something? Maybe this came out after the book came out. Oh no, here it is. Wild Lavender. I'm gonna put those together. I have two of them. Do I have two of them, or is that my imagination? Might be my imagination. Oh, let's see. Who's this one? No, I do have two. I have two wild lavenders. Okay. This one. Heather. And see, this is more pink. And this is the thing I always have with lavender and lilac, and that's why I'm such a freak about it in all pigment pigmented supplies, is because um, it's hard to find a true lavender, and this wild lavender is Like it's not gray and it's not blue and it's not pink. You know what I mean? You always find that, like, I find in different pencils that their lavenders or lilacs will be too much of one of those three. And that bugs me. So that's why I have two wild lavenders, because it's more of a true lavender. Okay, so now what do I have in my hand here? Oh, I got some reds. Ooh, this is hard having all these in my hand. And the book opens landscape, so it's kind of like I'm trying to hold on to the book while I do this. And why does it seem like it's so fuzzy? There we go. That's better. Forgive me for that. Why? What is it that it's my other... Let's see. It's my other webcam that's casting that shadow. Okay. It's going to be a little crooked, but oh well. Okay, so what is this? Cherry red. I don't know. Are there numbers to these? Kind of, but not on here. Cherry red. You know, I usually don't like to swatch, but like as I said before, because these are pencils I'm going to, get as needed. And I don't plan on ever buying a set because I don't think that would really serve me. Because I don't use them all the time. I use them for some things. And where it will do better than another pencil. And so... Oh, 3 minutes. Okay. What's this one? Scarlet. And it doesn't really look red. That always gets me with this. It's like scarlet. Okay. Why do you look orange? Excuse me. I kind of feel like I want music. What is this one? While I'm here, let's see. What's this one? Autumn red, dark orange. Oh, that's nearby. It's a nice color. It looks almost like the Mars orange, but actually Derwent has a Mars orange. But this reminds me of Mars orange in other sets. Autumn red. I'm not even sharpening these just because, I don't know, I don't want to waste the pencil. All I need to know is the color. That's all I need. A little bit of the color and see what it looks like when it's more than one layer. It feels a little warm in here now. It's very cool today. Well, it's like 70 something, I think 72, which is cool for this time of year and for how it has been. Oops, jeez, it fell right out. Let me make sure. Yeah, there's one hiding there. I knew I'd find one in that. There's another one. So I've been using these a lot lately. Okay, so what else we want? While we're in the orange section, I kind of want to stay there. That's a brown. I wonder how close are the browns. Here we go. Mars Orange. I was just talking about you. So where is it on the list? Ooh, I wonder what Mars Violet is like. I'll have to look on their website. There must be a reason I didn't get it. It must not have looked like I wanted it to. But now I'm curious, just in case I missed something. Down here. Shoot, now I can't compare it. Not side by side. I could do it on a piece of paper, though. That looks so similar to the dark orange. Except the dark orange is darker. So this one looks more like that color I was saying before, which all of a sudden I can't remember the name that I see in other sets. And this seems more, it's lighter. Huh. Good to know. And we have Golden Sun. Is that over on this side, maybe? Nope. It's up here. Ooh, sorry. So I actually made a loaf of wheat bread yesterday. And part of the reason why I'm kind of loopy today is because I was up late doing that. Because I didn't want to go to bed until it was finished. Because the Cuisinart bread machine, it will stay on for 30 minutes after you have finished making your bread. It'll stay on warm, but you don't really want to leave it in there too long after that because it could either make your bread too brown or it could make it get soft. And I didn't want that happening, so I wasn't going to go to bed until it was finished. Yellow ochre. Yellow ochre. And it's interesting. It turned out pretty good, but I actually had to do a lot of adjusting with the recipe, which is like kind of scary because I don't know. This is only my second loaf of bread I'm making and second load of bread I'm making in this machine. And here we go, yellow ochre. So I really didn't want to do anything where I had to make a lot of adjustments, but I was having a hard time finding a recipe that had what I wanted as far as I wanted to only use whole wheat bread. I didn't want to mix it with white bread. I wanted to only use whole wheat flour. I didn't want to mix it with white flour. And it was hard to find a recipe like that. I'm like, what the heck? That's weird. You say you want to make whole wheat bread and then you're telling me to put in all-purpose flour. It's like, what's the purpose? No pun intended. But, I'll be experimenting with these things for a while. But I really wanted more of a whole grain kind of bread to get as close to that as I could. without having a bread that has boogers in it. If you know me, I don't like bread that has those. I don't know. I swear they look just like boogers in the actual bread, and it's like, ugh, I can't. I don't mind seeds on top of my bread. I actually kind of like seeds on top of my bread, but I don't like them inside it. It grosses me out, especially if I'm eating a sandwich. I can't deal with that. Don't mess up my sandwich with a lump in the bread. Um. Okay, so where are we now? Any more yellows? Nope. And I think I actually ordered a yellow because I want more yellow. Okay, so now what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? This is Forest. Where are you, Forest? Oh, it's on this side. Okay. Where is it? I just lost it. Hit and I lost it. There we go. Forest. And one reason I like these pencils is because of the same old thing. The reason why I have Caran d'Ache pencils is because of diameter. One reason why I like these, Derwent Lightfast, diameter. Depending on what you're coloring, the page you're coloring, and what's in there, sometimes having a pencil for this diameter is what works. Um, oh, you know what? While we're at the greens, I'm going to do all my greens. I'll probably wind up having them in color order in my case, which isn't a bad thing. Okay, so I just did Forest. I'm going to leave space for new ones. Olive Earth. Do I have that? Nope, I got foliage. So I can't even remember. I think I must have gotten a set of, I don't know, 12 maybe? I must have bought a set of 12. I don't even remember now. I think that's what happened. Set of 12, set of 6 or something. It was a small set. Because I wanted to see, I don't know, and I may have bought one open stock before that. I don't remember. I don't remember how that happened. But grass green. Because I wasn't grass green 70%. Interesting. Wonder how that differs from the other grass green. Is it more green or more yellow? I'll have to look on the Derwent site. So I got 12 new pencils. So and I think I only bought one of each, I think. So mallard green. I think I may have bought another one of these. Where are you? There it is. Because I really like the color. I don't know, you might at some point hear the voice of a little person. I can't talk right. The voice of a little person because My sister-in-law's grandson is up here. He came riding his bike around to the house. Busted in. Hey! Cute little self. Wish I'd known he was coming. I would have baked some cookies or something. I didn't know. I would have had him all hooked up. Get him all sugared up. Get him sugared up and send him out the house. I was finishing up that safe driving course. I finished it. They're gonna mail me my certificate. Hopefully, I'll get some percentage off of a little bit off of our insurance, just because that's nice to have. Any less I gotta pay, the better. Works for me. If not, it was informative. Some of it was just like, yeah, like who doesn't know that? Like if somebody doesn't know that, they shouldn't be on the road. 1, 2. Yep. Grass screen. Okay. Just checking to see. Yeah, this one is kind of short. You can tell I've been using this one. I use this one a lot because it's like shorter than the rest. Green Earth. Last one on this page. Yeah, I have anything here to feed them. Oh, that reminds me. I almost forgot. I actually have I wound up that ground turkey that I seasoned. Oh, I gotta go downstairs. 1 second. It's been a long time. It's been longer than I thought it was. Oh, Lord. Oh. Well, you want to hear something funny? I didn't even have the oven on. That's how discombobulated I've been lately. In a way, that's kind of good, though. Now I put it on and I put the timer on so that it'll automatically shut off in 45 minutes. But if I smell it, I'm going to be running downstairs. I don't know about y'all, but I don't really like, is this another? Nope, it's not another Mallard Green. I don't really like the way ground turkey does meatloaf, but I don't have the energy to make those croquettes. I don't feel like all that work. I need to rest today. My brain is tired, my body's tired, my eyes are tired. I don't feel like doing it. So I actually did something I haven't done before. And well, I had already had it seasoning like in the fridge with lemon juice onion powder, adobo, and paprika. I think I put paprika in it. Um, Actually, I didn't put any pepper in it, which is kind of weird. But I think I probably didn't want to go whole hog because I'm not fond of ground turkey, and it seems like if you add too much to it, it just like I don't know what happens with it. It just turns into like I don't know mystery meat flavor or something. I don't know. So I tried to hold back. But that's what I seasoned with. I had some croutons that I had made from the rest of that cheddar bread. And so, like I had, cubed what was left, and then I soaked it, or in melted butter, put it in the air fryer, and I made croutons. So, like, I had some croutons left from that, so I put some of those. No, I had breadcrumbs. Like when I put it in the air fryer, when I put the made the croutons in the air fryer, there were crumbs that fell off of the bread or whatever. And so they got like breadcrumbs. So I put those in a separate container from the croutons. And so I use those breadcrumbs from the croutons made from the cheddar bread. And I put that in the ground turkey mix. And so that's been in the fridge for a while. So the breadcrumbs can kind of, do their gluten thing or whatever, kind of bind things together and also add flavor. That's my hope. And so then what I did today is I I got out the ground turkey mix from the fridge. I put some flour on the plate. And I think it was probably like a quarter cup, half a cup of all-purpose flour. Um, And, I formed the turkey in a loaf, which really wasn't that hard from the container I had in there. I didn't really have to do that much. And I rolled it all around the outside of it in the flour, the ends and both sides, bottom, top, and coated it with flour because I really wanted to have like a brown crust or something. Because that's another thing I don't like about how meatloaf made from turkey, ground turkey looks is it always looks so pale and so like ugh, like soylent green or something. And then I put it I sprayed my my loaf pan with some olive oil spray, and then I put the floured loaf into the loaf pan. And it just moved in there really nicely. That was really nice. It just like went in there and I patted it down and stuff. Then I sprayed the top with olive oil spray because I'm hoping again to get a nice kind of browning on top. I hope. Um yeah, so that's what I did. So we'll see how it turns out. I don't know. Maybe if it turns out good, I'll take a picture of it. I don't know. I should probably take a picture of my bread too. I did have a slice of the bread. I don't know how I got off that subject, but I had a slice, well, half a slice of the bread. Another slice of it is downstairs. Um, yeah, I probably should talk about the bread. I think somehow I digressed. Maybe it was when I was talking about the greens. I don't know. Okay, lichen green. Is it down here? Yeah, it's down here. Did my thing move again? What the heck? Lichen green. So my plan is I want to make gravy. So I'm going to make gravy with the rest of the flour because otherwise I'll just throw it away. Because it's always in my head. My mother always said, you flour meat with poultry, like when making fried chicken, make gravy with the rest. And if there's any left over, just throw it away. Because it's, no good because of the whole salmonella thing and all that. So I'm going to make gravy so that if the loaf itself doesn't come up to par to my liking, I'll smother it in gravy. And so, since I'm going to make gravy, I'm going to make probably smashed potatoes, not mashed potatoes, because I don't feel like going through all that and all the extra calories making mashed potatoes. And then if it's too rich, I don't like it. My husband will love it, but I won't like it if it's too rich. I just won't eat it. I'll be like, "Ugh." um. So, and I have some new potatoes. It's like the first harvest of potatoes from this farm that's, maybe like, they're like an hour away. Um, and they're really good. I had some the other day and I was like, oh my gosh, these things are good. So, yeah, so that'll be good. And I think every time I have gravy and potatoes, I have to have peas. So I'm going to just do some frozen peas. Okay, what else do I have? I don't have that many left, do I? Let's see. Nightshade. I think I got a couple of those. Because I think that comes in the basic set. Black. Is it black? Nope, that's the other nightshade. Okay, here's another kind of goldy brown. Let's just get the rest of these out that I have already before I open my package. I'm thinking I should try these pencils in a Jasmine Beckett Griffith book, but I'm still trying to find my way around her books, like how to color in them. I don't know. I kind of feel like I need to be using other mediums more in her books other than pencil, but then I'm not good with those mediums, so I don't know how that works. We'll figure something out, but this is something. This is a pencil I don't think I've tried in her books at all, and I feel like it would work really good on that paper. I could be wrong. I love this color, sandstone. It's one of my favorites. Okay, so where are we? Well, we're getting in like color coordinated mode here. And this one, Bordeaux. It's probably up here. Thinking in this aisle. Yep. So about the bread, I'm not sure because there's kind of like a little aftertaste to it that I'm like, I kind of could do without it, but it's not too bad. But then it is bad if it's from the flour being old. Then I'm like, well, maybe we shouldn't be doing that. Um, if it's because I use molasses instead of honey or maple syrup as the recipe had, it might be because of that. Because molasses can have kind of a metallic aftertaste to it. So it might be because of that. Do I need to flip this so I can put them in here or what? I don't know. Or I'll just put it here. Yeah, I'm not sure. But it turned out tasting almost like a rye bread, which I was surprised because recipes where I saw like for rye bread or pumpernickel bread, um, it doesn't seem to have any relation to like the ingredients and things for what this particular whole wheat bread recipe said. This is the whole wheat recipe that I used. It was from King Arthur Flour's website, and these are the ingredients. It says lukewarm water, which I don't think my water was lukewarm enough. Um, Olive oil or vegetable oil, and I happen to use sesame oil. Don't I was thinking, well, maybe I'll give it a nutty flavor. I don't know if it did or not, and that could have been a miss too. I don't know the type of oil. Um, I used, instead of honey or maple syrup, I used molasses because I'm on this whole molasses kick lately. I didn't have the King Arthur golden wheat flour. I just have the plain King Arthur wheat flour. And again, like I said, it's old. But then when I was looking at Reddit, people were saying they use old flour all the time. So I don't know. I didn't add sunflower seeds, sesame seeds, or flax seeds because I don't understand how they fit into the machine with how it bakes. And I didn't want to have boogers in my bread. So I didn't want any hard things inside my bread. So I was like, no, we're not going there. I don't know where they land. I didn't have vital wheat gluten, but and it's optional just to help it rise. But I did have psyllium husk powder, which is a substitute for the vital wheat gluten. And so I used that because I've also been looking for a way to use up my psyllium husks. And I also think it probably would be good for me to have more psyllium husks in my life between now and when I have to have a colonoscopy, which is the middle end of August. Um, then salt, just table salt, not kosher salt, which was different from the first bread recipe I did. And then instant yeast, and I used active yeast, which they say basically you can use it either one, but I guess instant yeast gives you a quicker rise, maybe higher rise, but people in the comments for this recipe, a lot of them had used active yeast and they really liked their results. So oops, crash. Yeah, so that's the recipe I use. Well, I put everything in the machine, in the order that you're supposed to put it in there, and it was not enough water, honey. I'm looking at it, I was like, no, this does not look like how I know from my limited experience bread dough is supposed to look. Salmon. And so I was using bottled water. And so it was a 20-ounce bottle. At the end of the whole process, I think I only had I only had 1 ounce of water left in that bottle. So I used 19 ounces of water in that bottle as opposed to like 8.5, 9 ounces. And I also added another tablespoon of psyllium husk powder. And then I also added I don't know, I think I probably added like a teaspoon of sugar because it just didn't seem like it was rising. It was really weird. Although I'm not, I'm new to this, so I wasn't sure how much of a rise it was supposed to have. But it didn't seem like it was rising. But once I added the water, that helped. And I added the water in bits because I just kept looking at it and seeing how the machine was kneading. It's like, no, that's not how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to have a little bit of pull. I don't know if you've ever had like pizza dough and how it has that stretch. Well, bread dough should have like at least a little bit of pull. Not as much as pizza dough, but that's another thing about this machine too. You can make pizza dough in it, which is like for me because like I'm trying to rework stuff on my counters and stuff. I really want a whole new kitchen is what I want, but trying to talk my husband into that has been the chore. I think that I think I halfway was going through like a boycotting cooking because it's like, you don't give me my kitchen, I'm not cooking. And sometimes it just has to be that way because I just can't work in it. I cannot work in it. I need my cooking space to be clear and everything something designated, clearly designated for everywhere and all that kind of stuff. If it's not like that, I don't feel like I want to cook because it's too stressful. I want to be able to know where things are when I want them without question. Taylor! Hey, Taylor. I hope you're doing well. Happy Thursday. But, Yeah, so with all of that, I did finally, after all those additions through the various kneading, rising stages, I thought, okay, well, this looks presentable. I don't know how it's going to taste because I don't know how psyllium husk tastes or anything like that, but like, whatever, here, that's where we're at. Where's this white? Where's white? Oh, they put it at the end. Let me see. I can do my black too. And so I felt good. Like I really wanted to stay up, like I said, until it was finished baking with the baking part, because I didn't want it to stay in the machine while I was sleeping, because I already have too many variables from all my additions that I didn't want to add to it. That leaving it in the machine too long and then it turned soggy, or leaving it in the machine too long and something got dried out or whatever. I didn't want that variable involved. So I took it out. I was able to, it was finished before I went to bed. And I took it out, put it on a plate to cool, which is good because you're supposed to leave the bread to cool. I guess they're saying, all the people on that bread baking Reddit, like an hour to 2 hours. You don't want to cut right into it usually. I even saw somebody on the subreddit say, to somebody's picture when they were cutting it, it's like, oh, you shouldn't cut into it right away unless you like it like that. I was like, ooh, that's a thing. No, Taylor, he hasn't. This is what I'm working with, so it's like, ugh, ugh. Um, and so yeah, so I wanted to stay, and I figured, oh, if it's there cooling while I'm sleeping, then that's great. No temptation to touch it or nothing. Just like, it'll just be there. I can cut it when I'm ready in the morning. I did get my slicing tray thing from Amazon yesterday, which was good. So I had washed it yesterday, so that it would be dry for today and I could use it. I did use it today and I cut the end and then I cut a slice because I wanted to see I cut another slice after the end because I wanted to see the consistency, the taste, the flavor, and kind of assess. Also, I wanted to see how it would toast. And the flavor, I tried it without anything on it. I was like, that's interesting. But like I said, it has like a slightly kind of, I don't know what you call it. I don't know if it's metallic or I don't know if it's old flour taste. That's what I can't figure out. Um, the consistency of it, I see some similarities with that lentil bread that I made, that I baked in the oven, that required me to have psyllium husk powder. And I see that as like, okay, I think that's what the psyllium husk powder does. It's a very moist bread, but it's also, I don't know, it has a like a real brown bread consistency. And so that's why I was saying, like, it's funny because it seems almost like it's a rye bread. So it's kind of interesting. It seems like a very healthy bread. I'm counting on that. So I cut the slice in half, and I put some cream cheese on one half, and it was really good. I basically tore it up. It was good like that. Um, and then I took the other half and I put it in the toaster oven to toast it. And then I'm thinking, well, how the heck am I going to know when it's toasted? It's so dark. it's like I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to figure it out when it's toasted. But I left it in there for a while. This was that while I was preparing the ground turkey meatloaf, and yeah, it has a nice consistency when you toast it. But again, I don't know if I really toasted it right because I can't really tell, and I wasn't looking too close, and I didn't want to be going too back and forth between dealing with ground turkey and dealing with the toast. So I kind of wasn't, kind of totally in my analytical mode. So Ooh, an egg cooker. I've seen those and I've thought about it. I have like a little single um egg cooker. It's like a ceramic thing that I got from Pampered Chef from my sister-in-law. Cuz she was doing Pampered Chef for a while. And I have one of those that you can do kind of an egg bite kind of thing with it in the microwave, which I used to like because you could just put your scrambled egg in there or put a whole egg in there, put your a little bit of meat, a little bit of vegetable, whatever, and it's all there. You know, it's really cool. But yeah, I did look at those egg bite machines. I thought they were interesting. I like getting those spinach frittata egg bites from like BJ Wholesales. They come frozen in single packs. You just pull one out and microwave it. I used to like having those like with grits. Of course, me and grits. You know what? I think I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, this really might be a game changer for me. Like not having to buy bread really anymore for our household. Not buying bread anymore, making what you need the day before, and things like that. It's like, wow, that this could really be a game changer. Knowing what's going in your bread. Because one reason I got it was because I had gotten a loaf of bread. It was like Arnold, and it was like I don't know, some kind of Arnold wheat bread. It's not the one with the boogers in it, and I guess I didn't eat it fast enough, and it started getting moldy. But the mold was yellow, and I was like, "What the heck is this? Since when is mold yellow? What are they putting in this that the mold is yellow?" I was like, I don't think so. This is no. So, yeah, I'm ready to experiment with all kinds of stuff. And let me tell you, once I figure out how to get toasted sesame seeds on the top of my bread, I am gonna be like in heaven. I'm not quite ready to go there yet, though, but I love sesame seeds so much. It's like crazy. Um, but yeah, it's a Cuisinart bread machine. It was only 120 bucks. I got it on Amazon. Um, it's very compact. That was what I was looking for. I wanted a compact thing because, like I said, I don't have a lot of counter space. And I also want the option to just be able to tuck it away somewhere off my counter, and then pull it out when I'm ready to use it. You can make a 1 pound loaf, a 1.5 pound loaf, which is what I made yesterday, or a 2 pound loaf. And I'm curious, like with the 2 pound loaf, I guess there was space in the machine where it could be higher. Um, so you can make only as much as you need. Um, like I would say, like the 1 pound loaf, what I had it Sunday, the 1 pound loaf probably lasted, well, because it's new to us too. I made the basic white bread the first time, and I'm not that big on white bread, but it was really good. Um, yeah, it's like pretty much it's gone pretty much. So that was what, like 4 days, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, so pretty much like 4 days. It lasted 4 days. Now it depends because like sometimes we don't eat bread like that, but like if I keep baking like this and we have this kind of bread, we might eat more. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm really liking it so far. It's so easy. It's just so easy. It was only extra I had to do yesterday was because I was trying to alter from the because I didn't have all the exact ingredients, and like again, like I said, that flour's old, so I'm almost thinking I'm gonna buy some fresh flour and try and make it with the exact flour that they have on here and try and make it exactly like they say and see what happens so I can compare. But yeah, because I want to see. I made this bread, but I altered it because I didn't have this particular flour, which is what is it? Golden wheat, the golden wheat flour, which like I don't know if there's that much difference. Other people in the comments under the recipe said they didn't do it with the golden wheat flour either. They just used the regular wheat flour, which is what I had. Yeah, so first time I made a basic white bread and I use white bread flour, but I didn't have to. I could have just I you can a lot of people just use all purpose flour. You don't really need to use specifically bread flour. So I'm gonna try all those different ways and kind of see what I like, you know, and what we like and what we don't like, and um, just for a basic bread. But yeah, I and with this bread that I made, I could very well I can make a sandwich with it. And now I have my slicer, which gives you the nice slices. Um, it's like a tray, and then you put another thing. There's a tray that catches the crumbs, and it's all made of like plastic or whatever, hard plastic. It has a lot of good reviews on Amazon, so and I've seen some bad reviews on some of them too. So um, it has a tray that catches the crumbs and also has rubberized things on the bottom to hold that to the um, counter, and then it has a tray that sits on top of it, and then there's grooves in there so you can put sides. It has two sides that you put on there that have slots in them for you to put the your knife, and then it has a stopper thing in the back that you put in to butt your loaf against, and then you just use your knife and cut where the slots are, and so you get a yeah, so you get a your slices of bread. I'm hoping because like it's still sitting on the counter. I have the end butted up against the end of the bread where I took out my slice. I'm hoping my husband will slice up the rest because like he likes slicing things. So it's like maybe like he'll once he sees I sliced it, I was like, yep, it's okay, let's go. Because I really don't want to do it. I don't know. There's some things I just like. Not in the mood, but I do want to. I actually want to slice it all up and then like put it away. And some things they were saying about this particular recipe is that the bread lasts a long time, and there's something about I guess having psyllium husk using psyllium husks actually extends the life of the bread, prevents like molding and drying out and all those things you don't want to be happening in your bread, which is interesting to me. So, okay, I got two nightshades. Where's Nightshade? Let's just do it. I'm curious. Do they have it with the purple? Because it really is purple. Where did they put it? I love this color, but it gives me too many surprises when I'm using it. And so it's like, oh, I didn't expect it to turn like you blend it with something else. It's like, watch out. You don't know what it's going to do. Oh, there it is right here. But it's really pretty. I don't know why I used the new one instead of the old one. You see, I did buy one open stock, so I do like the color. So yeah, get a bread machine. Have fun. And you can make all kinds of other things in it too. You can make sweet breads, like you want to make pumpkin bread or something like that. Zucchini bread, you can make that in there. You can make challah. Um, Again, like I have it because I want to make that cheddar bread. I really that's my goal. But I just want to learn the thing a little bit first. I should have three nightshades, shouldn't I? I have two with the sticker on them. I still haven't gotten to my package of my new ones. Um, and things that are kind of like not bread too, you can make in there. So I don't know. I'm telling you, every Cuisinart thing I get like keeps giving. It just really. I still have. I don't know if this is wood. I think there's some in there. Knock on the cigar box. Um, my Cuisinart is eons old. And I tell you, that revolutionized my cooking, having that. The Cuisinart, the KitchenAid mixer, stand mixer, all those quick blenders like Ninjas, the air fryer, how I was able to quickly make those croutons. I mean, I could do them in the oven, but something about the air fryer, it does it all the way around with no problem, no having to shake the thing or nothing. It just was like, bang. Didn't take long at all. Do I smell my meatloaf? I think I'm gonna go check my meatloaf. Be right back. I gotta see what she's doing. Okay. I took her out the oven. She's pale, but she's done. I could have, like, I don't know, probably put broil on and brown up the top or whatever, but I was like, yeah, whatever. I'm not, it's just us that's going to be eating it. So I don't really need it to be all that pretty. Just edible. Just edible. But, like, yeah, in my head, all these ways I could zhuzh it up, but if it tastes good, I'll think of a way to zhuzh up the appearance of the top later. I'm gonna make gravy. Chocolate. Almost at the end. Is that it? Oh, no, there's another one. Natural brown. That's another color I like too. What else? What else? I think that's it. Natural brown. Yeah, I think I ordered a sepia. I think that's in my package. Oh! So, um, our, um, our, speaking on food places now, let's switch the subject. Our Popeyes is no longer. And it's fun. I'm laughing because it's so funny to me how they had this really cocky message on their, the, what do you call it, marquee, that basically that they were better than Kentucky Fried Chicken, which is just a hop down the road, not even a hop and a skip, just a hop. They were bragging on their marquee, specifically calling out KFC, which has been here forever and ever and ever and ever. And by the way, to my knowledge, never gave anybody food poisoning like this Popeyes did in their debut and repeatedly. So nobody would go there because a whole bunch of people, they went there, with the craze over the chicken sandwich and all of that. They all got food poisoning. Really bad. And they're no longer now. And I don't know when this happened, but like all of a sudden that building has another name on it and it looks totally different. They're working on the outside, the facade of it, and it's going to be a 7 Brew, which I don't know what it is. I haven't hint, it must be about coffee. I'm gonna look it up. But it just is funny because pride comes before a fall. There's your evidence right there. Bragging about, openly, loudly about, putting KFC out of business, you put yourself out of business. That was so funny when I drove by. It's like, oh my gosh, it's not there anymore. And what is this? So we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, mm-mm. Nobody was going to that Popeyes. And I usually wait. I don't go to places when they, let's just say something ultramarine. That's how am I supposed to find that? It's weird name. Oh, there we go. Mid ultramarine. Okay. Looks like light blue. I've been using it as light blue. I like it. You know what do they have on here? Ocean blue, Pacific blue, peridot. Hmm. Hey, Mary. Happy Thursday. Let's see. So I did these two. So we're done with all the ones that I already have. So now I'm going to open the package up. So I got to look up and see what 7 Brew is specifically. I have a feeling they're probably out of, I don't know, I'm thinking they're out of Canada. I wish we had our Tim Hortons back. I really like our Tim Hortons, but Tim Hortons, I guess, has gone down too, from what I hear Canadians saying. So maybe I don't want a Tim Hortons anymore. But okay, so here we go. What's in there? Is that it? Get all my pencils swatched. And what's this? What are they sending me? Everybody trying to send me HelloFresh. No, thank you. Stretcher bars. I used to get my stretcher bars from them. Basically, I got them from Utrecht. That is now Utrecht and Dick Blick are together. I still have stretcher bars because I would always buy, just buy them and have them because I never knew what size or anything I wanted to paint. Anyway, okay. I got them taped to the board. I'm gonna get out of here. So, pair of scissors. I gotta make gravy. That'll be quick. Oil the potatoes. That'll be quick. I don't even know if I feel like eating, but I gotta eat. I need to eat. I'll do just, that'll be quick. Both of those things. Gravy, potatoes. I haven't got gravy in a long time. One of my favorite things, like, I love diners. I love diners. Not much for fast food, but I love diners. We don't even have, like, all our diners around here closed, unfortunately. I don't know, all the good stuff goes away. Well, except for the Popeyes. We're glad that went away. Okay, so I got 12 here to swatch. Let's get swatching. What's this one? Scarlet. Oh, another Scarlet? I don't need to swatch that one. I already got one. Okay, so I'm going to move my pencils over because I don't know. Looks like I might need room. What do we got here? You might get more reds in here. Well, I must have liked the Scarlet. I've ordered another one. Must have been something I was using it on. I decided to do that. I don't know what that was, but that's okay. We'll use it. So let's see, what else? I like my bread machine. Gotta go buy more flour. I want some fresh flour. I couldn't make another loaf of white bread. Now that I'm more experienced and make a bigger loaf of it. I want Scarlet next to the other Scarlet. That's what I'm doing. Put the Scarlets together. Then I ordered another red. What's this? Yeah, Derwent Red. I wanted to see what this was like. Oh, yeah. See, I had a feeling I would like this, and I do. This looks more like a go-to red to me. More of a true red. Okay. Yeah, I like that red. We might be buying another one of those. We get burnt sienna. That is, where do you see that? Oh. Where is it? Down here. Can that thing move? Burnt sienna. Hey, this looks really pale. I don't know if I really needed this one. It's not what I thought. It's so close to the Mars Orange. It's like really close. Interesting. This one. Sienna. It's a nice brown. It's weird. Oops, I went out the line. Oh well. My kindergarten skills are failing me. What am I to do? I'm sorry, Miss Brown. That was the name of my kindergarten teacher. She used to have light blue cat glasses. Gray hair. She had the cat glasses on the chain. Miss Brown. Okay, sepia. And why does it say red? Sepia. And it says red in parentheses. Me no understand. As opposed to what? I don't know. I thought sepia was brown. But that's okay. We're in the world of Derwent, so we'll let it happen. I like it though. Okay, so sepia, natural brown, chocolate. Definite difference between those three. Makes me wonder what Ruby Earth is like. I don't know. We'll find out if we find we need to have a need for it. We'll be going there. But not until then. Unless I get a windfall. And I get to just do art full time. Wouldn't that be something? Okay. Denim. I've been waiting for you. Okay, this one, there might be like one in my cart like sooner rather than later. If it's like the other denim for the ChromaFlows. Because that's my favorite ChromaFlow color. Denim. This blue is just perfect. The most perfect blue. I love this so much. I think I have like 3 on deck in the ChromaFlows. Nah, probably not. Definitely not jumping on it. No. And especially like I'm hearing that they're like pastels, which is like definitely not my thing. I like deep, kind of powerful colors. I'm not like, yeah, pastel's not my zhuzh. But yeah, probably not, because I already don't use my ChromaFlows enough, I think. So, golden sun. I see the difference. Gold is a little more yellow. Golden sun is a little deeper gold. Maybe with a little bit of orange in it. Yeah, I don't know if I don't know. As far as I don't have that much. I thought I was getting more red than I got. Looks like. I think one thing too with these, they really do the light fast. There's something with blending that is different about these. Where like really like they I don't know how to describe it. It's like they were made for that, so that you can make a color easier with these than any other pencil, because they really, I don't know, they just have the properties where they just blend well without fighting each other. They come together well. And I think that might be another reason why I don't necessarily feel the need to get a set of these, because for whatever you might do that for, you can make the color really easily. There's just some of these that, like, because of the undertone of the color, that I feel like I need different ones. Like with the yellows, the undertones that might be in them. Like even this sun yellow seems like it has more of a green to it, whereas this one has more less green and not a lot of orange. This one has like a little more orange, and this one has even more orange. So that can matter like when you're blending. So are you planning on getting the Polychromos, Taylor? Okay, I got another violet because I wanted to make sure I had it. I had more. I have to move those over. Move those over. Where'd I put the violet? I should have had them with the lavender. I didn't even think about that. Hold on. You know what? Let's see. Let's move Nightshade. Nightshade needs to move in here. I'm already always mixing up I'm always mixing up the browns with the purples. Okay, violet. What's this one? This is brown. Chocolate. So these have to be Nightshade. Yep, Nightshade. Maybe I'll put them 2 and 2. Like that. Why is that there? What is this one? Oh, because it's blue. Duh. Okay, so those are in there. This is a denim. Oh, deep blue. Absolutely, she says. All right, now. Well, I will watch when you get yours. If you do a video, so I can see what they got, see what they're bringing, because that might convince me. Okay, good blue. Yeah, this one is like a little more green. Tiny bit, maybe? I can see the difference in these. See, I've been looking for something to give me a good kind of midnight blue. Because to me, this midnight blue, Okay, now they have an actual midnight blue. But I think even when I looked at that online, it's like, that looked like green to me. I think a midnight blue is having like black in it, you know? And I have a problem finding that color in everything. There must be something with blue dye that's funky. Oh, I got another mallard green because I like it. So I already have that swatch, so I don't need to do that one again. I'm going to put my two mallard greens together in the case. Granite. Oh, because I don't have any grays in this. So I figured I would start with granite, which is where, right here. Okay, gray is gray. I like that song from the 60s. Black is black. I want my baby back. Gray is gray. Putting on my 60s rock voice. Hey, Lee. Welcome. Happy Thursday. Hope you're staying cool over there. If you guys are still having that heat wave over there. Hopefully not. Nothing worse than having it be super hot and you don't have air. That's like going back to the 60s. Along with that song. Okay. I think I feel like coloring a little bit. Even though I've been on here for a long time. So these are how many Derwent Light Fast pencils I have. And you can see how many I don't have. And I'll see as I color like what I kind of want to add. I wonder what their taupe is like. Brown ochre possibility. I like variety in browns and in browns. I like variety in browns. I love these. I really do. All of these colors, I like them. I just got to remember that their sienna and their burnt sienna are more orange. Interestingly enough, I didn't get their raisin, and I love that color in the ChromaFlows. That might eventually be on this list because I do love that color. Okay, so I actually got them put away, and I can put my. Try not to drop it. Put my. This is the again. This is the. This is the color chart book, Ruby Charm Colors, Big Book of Color Charts. And when was it put out? What does it say? 2020 it was put out. And they have blank pages. They have basic color theory work chart. Color theory wheel or whatever. I can't say it. Still trying to learn how to talk without braces on. Imagine that. And they have, what's Cartesian Expert? What is that? Okay, I'm curious now. I gotta look. What is Cartesian Expert? So this is one thing that had me looking even when I first got the book. It's like, what kind of coloring thing is that? Isn't that what it says? Cartesian Expert. They also have, I think they have some marker pages in here too. I don't know, it's not in here. Whatever it is. I don't know if it's something European or Do they mean Arteza? Am I reading that wrong? Oh, Arteza. Hello. It's Arteza. I read the curly Q as a C. The Do they even have them like that anymore? Maybe not. That's okay because I'm not getting them. So, um, where's the? Did I skip that? They have a. How did I? Oh, there it is. Okay, they have the index, not the index, the table of contents for what they have in here, which is nice. Colored pencils, pastel pencils, ink. Even have a page for distressed ink, Tim Holtz distressed ink, which I haven't used, but I could probably do that at some time. But I hardly even use them. I need to use them. Watercolor pencils, markers, the Arteza real brush pens, Copic markers, Faber-Castell, pages 135 to 147 for the Copic markers. Check that out. The Faber-Castell Pitt Artist pens, Spectrum Noir Illustrator markers. I wonder if they still make them. Those are probably out of the UK. Tombow dual brush pens. Blank, and then they have blank charts by color, so you can put in all your reds, all your oranges, yellows, so on, and have them all together. And label them by what brand they are. And then they have blank charts. And then they give you an index for your blank charts, so you can list on this page I have these and whatever. So we not got the heat wave no more. Oh, that's good. Woo! Relief. Good to hear. Good to hear. Because hearing about all that reminded me of like back in the 60s and being down south, like at my aunt's farm. And it's like, you just sweat. You just sweat. That's the only choice you got, sweat. At least when we visited Jamaica, it was like very cool because my grandmother lived in the mountains. And even like in Kingston, even though it was hot, there's kind of like water kind of near. Well, not that nearby, but it's like you're on an island, so you do kind of get a breeze. So, yeah. So let me see. What am I gonna do? What is this page? And I really like. I don't know. I like how some of the pages are turning out in this World of Worlds book I got. It's my pre-owned book, and oh, that's what I could do. That's the whole reason I got the pencils was I wanted to see. I realized I need more blues. I don't have the right blue to do what I want to do. That rhymes, but I didn't mean for it to rhyme. So I was wondering, like, I was trying to figure out what to do to fix that. See if I can blend it in. We keep trying to fix this. So let's see if this. Is this a denim? Yep. I'm gonna wind up getting another one of these pencils with this color. It is my favorite color. And the thing is, I have a lot. Like I said, I have spares in the Chroma Flows, but the pencil works differently. So it's almost like the Chroma Flows will give like more of a glossy finish and might be more resistant to color over what I got on here already. Whereas these are like a little more affable. I'm not as fussy. They work better with others. I think that was what I needed. Blend it in a little bit. I don't know if I can get that purplish out of there, but I don't know if I'm even going to try. I don't know. I might, just because it really does kind of irk me. But we might try and make it work with the atmosphere or something of the sort. I think I'm getting hungry, which makes sense because, like, all I had is had coffee and I had orange juice and I had that half a slice and a bite of the other half of the brown bread. Can't live on that. So I think I need to go finish cooking. Yeah, I needed those blues. This looks kind of weird to me now, but like I'm gonna blend it in a little bit and figure out how I want this to sit in the whole page. I'm curious. I can't help it. See, it's really hard to get that purple out of there once it's there. I don't know. I guess I'm afraid to do it. Like I could maybe try to. If I put yellow on there, I don't know what that would do. Thinking of like color theory, yellow being the opposite of purple, would it tone out the purple in that blue, or would it just wind up turning green? I don't know. Because you also have to deal with what the chemistry of the pencil is. Like, and I'm no chemist. I don't know. And then if you think of how the light is at night, where like not everything is solid blue or the same blue sometimes, unless it's night, you know, it probably isn't the same even when we can't see the difference. So I can kind of work with the purple in that respect, that purplish thing. Because this is is it from the Nightshade pencil or what? I can't remember what pencil it's from. No, not Nightshade. It's from some pencil. It's from one of the light fast in the white light fast blue, and it just had too much purple in it. And it's like, no, this is just not the color. I need a different color. And that drove me to buy the pencils. Okay, I think that's giving me enough variation to make it kind of not stand out so purple. And this is the deep blue. I don't know, we may have to get another one of these too. Have it on deck. We'll see how much I use them. Take care, Mary. Now I could see having this part be kind of whitish, like it might be like some kind of reflection of light. So I almost want to leave that like that, and the purple being there isn't such a bad thing. Do you want to make that, start making that happen now? one thing with cooking. What time is it? I know I don't have to rush to do it because my husband's going. It's one of his cycling nights, and so he's not going to eat before that because you don't want to cycle on a full stomach. Ooh, even just saying that sounds awful. Like I can feel it. I can feel what that feels like. It's like no. So he won't eat until he gets back unless they eat there. Like, they'll do a campfirey kind of thing and just hang out and snack and whatever. So, oh yeah, I like that. Take care, Lee. Thank you. Be sure to check out Anfield's channel with his model train layouts. A lot of little craft things that he has to do to put that together. It's just really interesting. I love the tiny objects. I'm just fascinated with that. Trying to assess. Oops, I'm sorry. You can't see the whole thing. I don't know if I'm going to add pencil to the trees. I feel like they do need more, but then I'm afraid of what I'll do if I add more. I might add it in a way that kind of doesn't look right and make them look weirder than they do now. Considering this is a page I never thought I would really color. I feel like I'm already ahead in that respect. It's like, oh, you didn't want to color it in the first place, and it's looking not too bad for that. Prismacolor white forever. I don't know what I'd do without it. I don't know if I want to have it like mist coming out of this whole section or something. I don't know. I might just try and get away with just eating a salad with that meatloaf, even though that sounds kind of blah. But I'm not really hungry. I just want to make sure I eat. It's like I'm hungry, but I don't feel like eating. I don't even know if that makes any sense. But I know I need to eat. Okay. Be careful with that. How? Just I was thinking if I need to make the mashed potatoes and gravy, because then I'll just eat. It'll be there. I gotta eat it. Stop thinking about it. Just eat it. Okay, kind of like that. I think it kind of makes it look not so much like it's out of place. I could probably blend more of that the sky in there a little bit in some kind of way into there, but this is making more sense to me right now than it was. Now that I have those other blues that are in between. Wonder. Yeah, I'm thinking I kind of want to put something sparkly on here, like whether it's those, those things that come in a little pointy tip bottle, or kind of want to make it look like there's something like gaseous kind of, things coming off of what's on the inside of here. Like it's I don't know the word for it. I keep saying I don't know. My brain is so full. I guess I can't. I'm losing lots of words. Like it's some kind of micro kind of climate or something clashing with the rest of the universe. Yeah, I like that much better. That did what I needed. It's giving me a little bit more of what I needed. I can still need to do a little something in here, but I'm not ready to do that yet because I might overdo it. For the background, I used trying to remember now. I used the blue from the Cretacolor Mega Color set that I have. I used that blue. I also used the black from this set because I was trying to get to like some kind of a base so I could get a midnight blue, what I think of as midnight blue out of the background, because I have a problem finding that color, or when pencil or whatever touches the page, I never quite get that color that I'm thinking of. So that's why I did the blend of those two colors as the base, and then I blended this King Art gel stick, the deep navy, into that. And just rubbed it in, part with my finger, part with one of those little thumb thing, which is why it looks like it does now. um and then let's see, I'm trying to remember inside. Inside, I think I used a Derwent Lightfast Sky Blue along with the blue from the Cretacolor, I think. And I think I was actually doing it in a previous video. And it turned out like too purple. There was like purple undertones. I was like, ah. So that I also tried to blend this in, the King Art gel stick in a little bit in there to get out of the purple zone. It wasn't quite working, not to my liking, and I definitely didn't want to be working the gel stick into all these tiny. It's like, nah, I'm not about that life. Not doing that. So I've been trying to find a way to get this to work with the outside. Um, and so I wound up buying more OpenStock Derwent Light Fast pencils, specifically because I wanted blues that were more in keeping with being more in keeping with this kind of blue, you know, as opposed to a blue with a purple undertone. And so I wound up getting denim and deep blue and 10 others that are not blue at all. Um, Filling out my what I have in the light fast, which I just was swatching earlier. Um, yeah, so that's how I got it. It was a lot of, I don't know, a lot of just like, well, how are we gonna do this? I'm trying to do this, trying to work it until I like it. And then I had some happy accidents here that I don't even know how they happened, but I really like them. Well, I do know what I did when it happened, and it was I was switching between blending with my finger and blending with this, and I think I had the pencil. Something was down here sitting for a day. I think it was this. I put it down, but I didn't rub it in the same day. I came back the next day and rubbed it in, and I don't know, something like that happened, and that happened. But I really like it, this little thing, because I feel like it gives it that kind of, I don't know, kind of ethereal, like I'm in the universe kind of feeling. I don't know. I may need to look back and see if I can figure out more how that happened because I really like what happened. Um, yeah, so that's how that happened. A lot of happy accidents and some not so happy ones. Trying to color my way out of a bag, basically. Um, and now I'm working with what I got. So yeah, I don't know about the trees. I don't know. I don't know. But I have more stuff to work on in here than the trees. Like I need to do the birds. Some of these things I'm thinking about doing with like gel pens, which like they're really small, so I don't know how that's gonna work. I could use a combination of gel pens and these water based pens because they do have the tip on them, but these pens are not, like the pigment doesn't go down that powerfully. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do that. Particularly on this side, it doesn't go down as powerfully as it does on the brush side. The brush side is like, if I tried to do this with the brush side, I don't know what would be happening. I have to really be in dot dot kind of mode, like what do you call it, gesture mode, down to the like tiny level, finger level, not big gestures, but little ones. I don't know if I'm up to that. One thing that I do know is bugging me right now. And by the way, hi Ivy and hi Shar. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Ivy Pearl should be on, probably be on later. I think because this is Thursday. One thing that I know is bugging me in here is the color of these trees. I don't like it. Do I have a brown that's really pointy? What is this? Cool gray. I like this color, but I don't think that's what I want. Let me put it here just in case. I don't know what the undertone of that color is, so I'm kind of like, I don't know. Let's see. I do have the. Oh, I left one out. How did I just pick that up like that and then I didn't have it when I. Gotta swatch this one. Where was it hiding? I gotta swatch it. Okay. Chestnut. What the heck? Uh, See, I always think I'm like kind of like, oh, there we go. It's down here. I wonder why. Why it's not with the browns. Yeah, this one's too orange. I don't want to do that on those trees in the picture. But it's pretty. Okay. Yeah, and this thing, I'm having a problem with keeping my thing in camera. Okay, so that one goes there. So, what I was looking at, where's the page? I need to turn those trees somehow. I'm not liking that color. And the color in the water-based pencils is like so like, or water-based markers are so unreliable. I gotta like swatch them on the side or something to get the right one. But even still, I don't know. They're just too iffy for me. Chocolate. That might do it. I need to get it out of that red zone. It's too red. And I think I did do that with a marker, and they just turned out red. It's like, what the heck? It's not gonna work. It's a little better. It'll make gravy. Oh, I was talking about diners earlier because I was gonna say my favorite thing to have at diners is a hot turkey sandwich with a side of fries. No gravy on the fries. I don't like gravy on my fries. I like ketchup on my fries with it. Gravy all over the bread and the turkey. My favorite thing to get from a diner. I love diners. And I mean like those, like those all the Greek diners, that kind where it's like very just kind of, or the mom and pop kind of diners, not those fancy schmancy ones that like what the guy what's his name goes to, like the, yeah, no, not that kind. That's more like a, restaurant kind of thing. No, I like the dive kind of diners. I was always told, look for where the truckers go. That's where you want to go. That's where you want to go. That's the diner you want to go to. Okay. I need something for these to stand out a little bit, but I need to do the flora down here first before I do that. Thank you. This is a page that it was on my list of, I don't ever want to color that. And I just decided to like, let's just play, because if it turns out ugly, then like, so what? You didn't like it anyway. So so it doesn't matter. Try and see what happens. And so I pushed myself as a result, tried things that like, oh, let's try this and see what happens. And I'm liking it too. So, and learning some things from it. The flora. to do with it. It's like all these tiny flowers. Oh my gosh, there's a turtle. I just noticed that. Hmm. It's almost like you need markers to do that. Where are they? I think I need to go make the gravy. Make the gravy. What time is it? Oh, 6 minutes. I could at least start the turtle. Let me see, and I can also put these guys back on magic. There should be another yellow. Yellow. Okay, good seeing ya. Take care. Yeah, I'm headed out soon because, like I said, I need to make the gravy. I need to make the gravy and I need to eat. But let me see if I can get my turtle set up. And then put these away. Maybe. Got my pencil swatched and I never swatch, so that's good. I like this green. I think I like this green. Let's do let's do this. What color? You know what? We could do, ooh, that's dark. See what I mean? It might get lighter though. I could do white over it. At least I can outline him and then I know he's there. Because at first I didn't see him. I do kind of want to watch Queen Charlotte today, but I keep saying that. I finally did decide I want to watch that since I finished watching season 4 of Bridgerton. So, which one's lighter on the turtle? The shell or the spots? Part of it kind of has brownish on it. I'll tell you that we had a turtle that was, well, she was digging holes in our raised bed. It was wild. She came out, I guess she came out from the back because there's like a creek back there and it's kind of creaky, you know. And I guess she came out from there and she went to our raised bed and she was digging holes in the side of in the ground, you know, the soil in the raised bed. And my husband said that she was basically digging like false holes for like to fool predators to make them think that she had put eggs there. I was like, that's wild. It was good to do that because, like, we're not planting anything in the raised bed except for that one butterbean plant. So, she was, and I guess she was out there one time. He kept telling me, "Look, look," but I couldn't really see it because it was like looked like all brown. Everything was just brown. It was too far away. I couldn't really see it. My eyes were too fuzzy. But I could see something moving, and she was crawling up and then crawling down. I was like, that is like wild. I needed binoculars so to see. Okay, we got a little turtle action here. So I hope her babies do okay. I hope she did get some eggs planted and that the critters stayed away from them. Okay, I don't know how much more we can do with the turtle, but I think that did it. Just that little bit. So I had to be willing to work tiny like that. And you know, tiny's not my thing. Tiny's not my thing. But for this, I kind of have to do it. Gotta think tiny. So it almost seems like starting with a pale color is best. And then work on top of that with something else, pencil or pen or whatever. It seems like the thing to do. Hmm. There's just a lot going on in here. Those look like, are they mushrooms? Now that light color didn't turn out that white, did it? Let's see what this does. I can't tell what some of this stuff is. Okay, that's really light. Hmm. Is there anything like a rock in there? Hmm. There's some more green stuff. Hmm. Let me do this with this. Just so I can delineate it from what's around it. Because if it's a lighter color, I can color over it with anything. At least it'll be kind of blocked in. And when I do that, when I block things in, it helps me see the page better sometimes. And it keeps me from being too overwhelmed by it. Gotta be careful to not bleed over to the other side. I like go too hard on it. I don't know what colors I want to put in down here either, because like once you start doing that, it's like really it changes things, you know. Hmm. What green do I have? Where's this one? Let's see what happens. This isn't a real. This isn't doing too well. It's Chroma Flow. I want a very. Oh, use this one. Prisma. I did do a little warm up on my piano today. I probably should do a little bit more. I've been working on trying to play this one particular Bach minuet like without any mistakes. Interesting thing is, I think I play it. I think they talk to some, like, they're always trying to tell people, you know, people playing piano, learning piano, to play it without the music, get. But I actually seem to be playing it better without the music than looking at it. Once I know the fingering, and all of that kind of stuff, then like just play it. I seem to make more mistakes when I'm looking at the music. It's just weird. But so I'm just, yeah, working on that. Playing it without stopping, without making a mistake, with the proper fingering, and also learning how to play through and not stop even if I do make a mistake. That's also a thing. Because sometimes people only know it's a mistake if they know the song or whatever. So that was the thing with being in the band. Nobody else knows it was a mistake except you. Don't worry about it. Play through. Play through. Now that's a little different with classical music, because people who know classical music know what it's been played for hundreds and hundreds of years, so people know what it's supposed to sound like, but okay, so I was talking about putting pencils on the trees, specifically the ones up here, but like I hadn't really done it really with these either, and all of a sudden I started doing it because I don't know, it just felt right. So, what is that over there? I don't know what that is. I have a light green. It's another one of my favorite Prisma pencils because it's in that pale zone and good for showing light, but I'm not sure where it is, so I'm using the white. Okay, I think that's a good amount of work to come back and be able to see, okay, now what? And it goes away. The other page, I don't know if I did more on it from the other day or not. I don't think I did from yesterday or whenever that was. But I'm working on there still. This is another one where it's tiny inside, so I'm gonna have to, get my tiny head together to be able to color this. But okay, so that's it for me. I'm gonna go make my gravy and my potatoes and go eat. So thank you all for joining me. Thank you for those who watch on the replay, and I might be seeing you on Ivy Pearls Live tonight. And take care, everybody. Bye bye.